Okay guys, so now let's start to have a look into the legs anatomy. And to do this, as usual, we're gonna look first on the bone structure, right? So here, let me hide everything that we have made in flesh and skin, and let's go back to our model, our décolleté. All right, good. So first of all, let's do quickly review into this pelvis that we have made. And here I've separated some reference that I've got from Broco classes. So once again I really recommend everyone to get on his videos. He's awesome. So I always watch again everything, and because on his videos we are able to check all some nice landmarks and some nice tips on sculpting all of these parts, right? So yeah, let's take a first look on the general legs anatomy. So at first time, we can realize that we have the bone structure will be separated into the upper limb and the lower limb. Actually, the lower limb, everything, but the upper leg and the lower leg, right? So at first we're gonna have the pelvis over here, which will have the one head unit size, and then we're gonna have the femur, that is the largest the largest bone in our body, and then the tibia and fibula, right? And after we're gonna have the feet and the ankles and the bones of the feet. Okay, so let me show you here. So by looking for the proportions, what we have here is in a 8 head size character, we're gonna have like in the just right in the middle of its height. We're gonna have this region on the femur, which is the greater trochanter, which is this region here on the femur. The femur, we're gonna see that we have head, the neck, and then the body, and this will be the greater trochanter. Okay, so a lot of muscles from of the glutes will attach here, and also some other muscles that we have. Um, so yeah, the half size of the actual height of the character will be here on the greater trochanter, and then once we divide this size here into the half, we're gonna have the base of our knee, the base of patella. Okay, and here we also have that golden unit we commented already, uh, which is from the top of the head until the base of nose. We're gonna have kind of a sphere because it will also be the width of the head, and this unit would be golden unit because we'll have the size of sternum, size of clavicle, from the base of head to the first vertebra, the first vertebra, no, the first rib, and then from this region to this region and to this region, we're gonna have kind of the same size, and from this to this, right? So I like to think about this proportion on the body, and also as we can see here, we're gonna have 3 units for the size of femur, from the top of greater trochanter until the base of knee, here until the base of the femur bone. And also the same size will be for the lower leg, but now including the feet. Okay, and yeah, we can see here another tip that we're gonna have the same size for 2 units, two of these units for the humerus bone. So yeah, I really love to check his videos and always make it fresh in my mind, all of those tips. Okay, and here, as we can see, we have separated some prints about some of the structures of the bone structure that we are going to analyze and to model. At first place, we're gonna have the pelvis, as we said, and from this we can reveal that pelvis that we just blocked into our character. And the first thing that we can see is that the pelvis is separated by actually 4 parts. Here you have the ilion, which is this region all over here, where we're gonna have the iliac crest, which is all this part here, right? And then we're gonna have the pubis region and the ischium region, but also we're gonna have the sacrum, right? So this piece will be the final, will be the end of our spine, and we'll follow that gesture that we already talked about. One thing that is quite nice to pay attention is this alignment on the general male pelvis, and also this align on general male pelvis. Actually, the female will be more tilted like this, but for male we kind of have this alignment from this point here that we call the anterior superior iliac spine. Let me show you guys here. This part here, it's the end of iliac crest, and this will be a great landmark on the body because as we can see it here, it will be this region right over here, and we can see that we have plenty of muscles originating from this region. We have the sartorius, the vastus. Well, we're gonna take a look on everything, okay? But this will be an important part on the pelvis and also in the whole body. And then on the back we're gonna have the posterior superior iliac spine, which will be those little damp. Let me see if we can check it here. Yeah, like this region over here. Yeah, here this little depressions will be into the region of this posterior iliac crest, right? And yeah, as you can see, we have kind of a nice depression where the head of femur will turn and tilt around. So we're gonna have kind of all the movements for the femur inside this ball socket, and here we have more angles. This image I separated just to say that the external oblique will be on the males, will be above this iliac crest, so we are not so able to see this crest on males, on men, as you can check it here. Here we can barely see the axis, and here will be the iliac crest, but now we have the obliques coming above this iliac crest, right? And also from the back we're gonna have more of some fat pads, or even the muscles covering everything. But in woman will be some kind different. Oh, sorry, what is this? Some kind different, and yeah. But let's continue with the male anatomy first. Um, yeah. So for the femur, we have this. As I said, we have the head of the femur, the neck of femur, and then the great trochanter, and all the body, and then we're gonna have two epicondyles. You know that you reminds the arms on the humerus structure will be barely the same, and here inside this we're gonna have the patella forming kind of this shape here. And yes, this would be a nice blockage for the femur bone. And we start from this, we go to some nice structure by making the two epicondyles, and then we can refine it even more to be into this approach like that. Okay, so these are some approaches that Procol draws for us to a better understanding the form. And here are separated some sequence images just to show you guys some tips about the alignment of the patella, and by concerning on the legs rotation. You know, here some kind of the patella shape. Patella will be this little bone over here that will be over the femur, and you know it will be inside the vastus medialis, not vastus medialis, the rectus femoris ligament and the tendon, and between also this other tendon over here, the patella one, and then we're gonna have the tibia and fibula. So at the end we're gonna have four great bones here: the femur, patella, tibia, and fibula, and also the pelvis and the feet. Okay. So here we have some nice gesture lines that we are able to see when it comes to the lower leg. So we're gonna have this nice C curve and also this S curve. You know, this S curve will be mostly formed by the tibialis anterior muscle that it goes over here on the tibia. And yeah, we also have this orientation for the femur. We have this kind of triangle shape, and for the tibia will be the opposite, the triangle facing forward. Okay, and here's some image showing the general volume of the patella over the two bones over here, you know, the ligament. And here another simplified vision for the bones on the side view. And here will be the head of tibia, you know, how it have these depressions for the epicondyles of femur, you know, rotating and tilting, doing the movement, not tilting but just rotating, you know, when we extend the limbs. And here are another tips on the general structure for the ankles, you know, the end of the lower leg here until it reaches the feet. So yeah, the first thing we can do it here is, let me go out from, leave the full screen mode, and then we can correct a little bit the form of our pelvis, right? So the first thing would be that the pelvis, it goes right over the border here, and then it starts to be covered by the obliques muscle. So we're gonna have just this little border over here on the most extreme, the outer part. And another tip that I like to follow is actually this region here. Remember that we have separated the clavicle in 3 parts by forming an S shape. So from this part over here, I like to draw a line, and here I'm gonna have the nipples, and also here I'm gonna have the ASIS, the anterior superior iliac spine. So here I can grab it just a little bit more for the out part, right? And also from here we can start to check its orientation. You can see that this region goes more to the outside, and this interior part we're gonna change. Yeah, because here we can make kind of spoon shape on this region, going to the sacrum region over there. And once again, I won't go crazy with all these forms because it's just in order to us to understand those landmarks, shapes, and what exactly appears on the surface. And yeah, let's turn on back face masking so we can add more volume inside without changing the outside. So this will be like that. Here we're gonna have that ball socket for the head of humerus, the head of femur, and actually this region here will be more simplified with just the ball socket. We can down this a little bit more. There are the ischials, and then this region on the sacrum will be more to the down part. So this way we can have that kind of alignment that I've commented with you, just as we can check it here, so the pubis bone, the ischials, the ball socket for the head of femur, and then the sacrum. Okay. Good. And then from here we can go further and start by adding the femur. And for the femur, let's make a general blocking for the femur, but let's do it over the next lecture.